Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another Berry Avenue horror story video as usual, but first please like and subscribe. And if you want, skip to the end to see the shoutouts. And just for your information, none of these are my videos. If you would like to see who the creators of the videos are, look in the description. Now without any further ado, let's jump into the video.
I had a friend that had everything I wanted. She was the cheer captain. She was dating the boy everyone wanted. She was the smartest in our grade. She was always richer than me. But one day, I decided to take her place. I pushed her dead body down the lake to hide the evidence. A day later, she showed up on the news, missing. The next day, everyone was so sad that she was missing, except for me. It's been 1 year since she's been missing. Now I'm the cheer captain. Now I am dating her boyfriend. But one day, she popped up on the news again.
Growing up, I was friends with this one girl called Celine. We played together, went to school together, biked together. We were practically inseparable. One day, she went missing. It was all over the news, and I hoped for her to come back. 3 months later, they revealed that she had been murdered. I was devastated, and I felt empty and alone. 5 years later, and I'm now in high school, I had a new best friend. Her name was Viola. We had lots in common, and she was really kind. It was now my birthday, and I invited her over. We laughed and had fun until she handed me a present. I took it and slowly unwrapped it. She had given me glasses, the exact ones Celine wore, covered in bloody stains.
I woke up. It was just a normal day. I went down to make myself some breakfast. Once I was done eating, I went to go get change for the day. I went to the supermarket first, since I needed some groceries. After that, I did some shopping since I had nothing else to do. Before I knew it, it was late, and I was eating some dinner. I wanted to go for a run before dark. I quickly changed and left the house again. After I got home, I was all sweaty, so I decided that I needed a shower. There was something written in the fog on my mirror. I thought it was someone trying to joke around, but then I remembered. I live alone.
I was a dancer who loved to dance. I used to dance at people's events to earn some money. People used to pay me big bags of money because they thought my dancing was amazing. I would always finish off with a curtsy. One night before bed, I got a phone call from a lady asking me to dance at her event at her house. Of course, I accepted this offer as it is my job. I was super excited, so I had to get my outfit and my jewelry ready for tomorrow. It was the night of the event, and I was on my way to the lady's house to dance. I arrived to the house. I was quite surprised that there were no cars parked near the house, but then I noticed that all the lights are on, so I didn't think much of it. A lady came to open the door to me. She was wearing a full black dress with a black veil on her head. I also noticed she had a scar on her face, but I didn't think much of it. She did not even greet me. She just simply told me to come in. I followed her inside. I walked inside, but I already felt something strange as I walked in. All the guests were already sitting inside, and shockingly, all the guests were wearing black. I didn't think much of it because my only job was to dance and then leave. I finished my performance, however, it didn't end how I expected it to end. No one clapped. Everyone was just in the same position looking at me. It felt like they were staring into my soul. Suddenly, the lights turned off by itself. I got a bit scared, so I went to turn the lights on again, as I am afraid of the dark. I felt better when the lights came back on. I then turned around, and I could not believe what I saw. There was no one in the room. It was like everyone just disappeared. There was a bag of money left there. I assumed it was my payment, so I took it and went home, as I was already scared. The next morning, there was a knock on my door. I went to see who it was. No one was there. However, a little note was left outside my door. I got very suspicious, so I ran back inside with the note. I read the note. In the note it said, "You must seek help immediately. The place you danced at last night was an abandoned house with jinns and evil spirits in there disguised as humans to trick people. Get help now." I couldn't believe it. I was dancing in a room full of evil spirits. I am so shocked and scared for what will happen next.
I live in a world where humans can only speak 500 words per day. I know what you may think, but I've gotten quite used to it. I was making my way home from work until I realized I only had 5 words left for the day. So I tried not to speak during my way home. But with only 5 words, how was I meant to convince the man in front of me not to pull the trigger?
I always had this huge hatred for my best friend. I mean, she was pretty, funny, and all the beyond. I hated her. And the worst part is, she was always kind to me. We hung out all the time, and I always played off the best friend role. But it was all an act. One night, I was at her house for a sleepover. She was always fast asleep, so I set my plan in action. I went over to her bedside and hit her with a bat. After that, I carried her to my car, which I drove over to the bridge, where I dropped her down to the lake. 5 months have gone by, and I transferred to a new school. I had many friends, and I was way more prettier. One day, the teacher announced a new student in our class.
Today we have a new student in our class. This is Rachel.
I froze in fear when I saw
One day, I was in my room, watching Netflix when my mom yelled that dinner was ready. I went over to the kitchen and sat down as I started eating. But then I remembered something. I'm home alone. Although we're apart, you're apart.
I was watching TV in my room when I heard a soft knock on my door. It was my little sister begging me to come play hide and seek with her and my dad. I said yes. We both went upstairs since it's easier to hide there. My sister hid in the corner of her room, like always. I decided to hide behind the little dresser in the hallway. I sat there for a while. As I started to get tired, my dad finally came upstairs. He stood there for a while, repeating the same thing over and over.
You guys can come out now.
Once I saw his bright green eyes, I sat there terrified. My dad has blue eyes.
Here are some shoutouts. Comment down below if you want more content like this.